Hey, so welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to walk you through the easiest kinds of books to publish on KDP, why they work, and how you can get started. So, first of all, you're probably wondering what the hell is KDP? Well, what it stands for is Kindle Direct Publishing. So, with this, it's Amazon's free platform that allows anyone to self publish ebooks and paperbacks. And the best part, it's print on demand. So that means Amazon prints and ships your books only when someone's order it. Or, they can access it via Kindle as well. You get two sort of options, well, actually three: hardback, paperback, and Kindle version. So it's entirely up to you where you want to kind of publish these books. For the ones that we're going to kind of share, a lot of them will be printed, so they will have the print on demand option on there. When it comes to royalties for this kind of thing, you'll probably get between about 35 to about 70%. And that's pretty decent considering you get a large audience to promote your stuff to. Amazon kind of do everything their end, and you kind of just upload it once, which is fantastic. So let's move on to the first book type. So this one is by far the easiest for beginners, and it's low content books. So these include journals, planners, logbooks, sketchbooks, that kind of thing. It doesn't have a lot of writing because the value comes from its templates itself. So as you can see in the example, like a bullet journal, there's like loads of parts to fill in, basically. Same with weekly planner, there's a purpose to it, not just lines. So in order for you to be kind of successful in this, there are a few things that you can do. Kind of niche down is probably the main one, really. So when I say niche down, pick a topic like wedding planners are actually a huge thing at the minute, especially for engaged couples. A lot of people trying to do it themselves, so they will be looking for planners to help them. So you could focus on that. Baby journals, that's always really nice idea because people like sharing those moments, putting photos and things in it. Recipe books for specific diets, travel log books, things that are very different and things that people would actually genuinely use. You'll find that if you do a notebook with just lines, it's an oversaturated market, so you won't get many sales at all, or if any. So niche down if you can do it. Have a think about who your target audience would be at this point as well, because that would help you. So if you're thinking, actually, I know a lot about a specific diet plan, then do a book on it. It will it will be valuable to somebody out there. Book number 2 is puzzles and activity books. This is a big one. I was very surprised by this one. But it is a huge one. These are incredibly fun to make and easy to sell. They're great for gifts or, seasonal items. So think about things like specific, like Halloween theme, for example, and you could do puzzles all around that theme. Kids love them. You could do crosswords, so they're great for kids and adults. They're just a great gift idea as well. So you can actually make them quite personalized or focused on a specific topic. So you could do an entire puzzle book about birds or something. But these are a big seller. A lot of adults quite like doing these, just to pass the time. Just take them, go sit away from everybody and just take a break. So it's a really sort of popular one. So why are these successful? The reason is entertainment value. Everybody loves, something to keep them occupied. People take them traveling as well. They're great for gifts, especially older people and younger people, like really young people, kids especially. You can make them really seasonal, they're great at Christmas time. You can do like a puzzle book about Christmas themed, and it's great because, you can give it to a child while you're trying to do about a billion things. It kind of works really well with that. And the great thing is it encourages repeat sales. So if they kind of do the first one, they might be like, I really enjoyed that one. And they'll look for the next set that you've done, and it continues and you'll just get more sales. So it's a really good one to get involved in. If you're wondering how to get started with this in particular, have a look on Google. There are tons and tons of tools online that will help generate puzzles if you're not sure how to get started, word searches, all of that, and it will help you to create them. You just need to kind of prompt them with what kind of information you want to put in them, what season, that kind of thing. But there are plenty of tools out there to help you create the puzzles, and then you just need to put them in a book. Book type number 3 is short guides and how-to guides. Everybody loves a how-to guide. Not gonna lie, I like them. A lot of beginners think they just need to write a 200-page novel, but it's not true here. So even a 40 to 60-page guide can sell really well if it solves a problem. So these are actually 3 examples of random books that I found, how-to guides, things out there. And one of them's like How to Be an Adult. It's quite a funny one, but it's aimed for people that are wanting to be adult but aren't quite there yet. But things like this sell really well just purely for the fact you're solving a problem. And if you're solving a problem, people love it and they will sign up to it. With this one in particular, I find that a lot of people tend to lean to Kindle, the Kindle version rather than the paper copy, especially for the how-to guides if there's no pictures or anything in it, just because they'll sell more on Kindle, and people don't often want to print things sometimes unless it's got a lot of detail, like the cookbook, for example. They'd probably buy that as a paperback book, to be honest. But have a think of what problem can you solve? How would can you talk someone through something, how to do something? Share your knowledge. Do you know what I mean? That goes a long, long way with people as well. The next one is a really popular one, massive market. There's such a need for short bedtime stories, alphabet book, counting, seasonal, anything educational as well is always a big thing. The key here is to simply use engaging illustration, repetitive writing. You don't need to be an artist to create these, by the way. You can use tools like Canva. There's AI tools out there. You can ask it to generate you a picture of something, anything you need. You can actually hire an illustrator on Fiverr. Do you know what I mean? There are so many ways to create one if you have some fantastic ideas for children's books. And the great thing about these are they're not long. A lot of these aren't particularly long. So as long as it's got a good kind of flowy story, it'll probably sell quite well on Amazon. The next one is a huge one. This is actually blown up in the years, and this is more for adults than I would say kids. So, creating coloring books is very, very good idea to get into. It helps with stress relief. You can do all kinds of themes, especially for kids, absolutely anything you can think of, farms, animals, dinosaurs, anything. Same with adults. You can choose books that have pictures of places to go. You can do patterns. Patterns is a big one, to be fair, as well. And there's a really good high repeat purchase potential with this one in particular, because it's something that someone finishes and they do, and then they go on to go, well, I need another one. Or it's a great gift at Christmas as well, and birthdays for people that do this all the time to relax themselves. People will buy this. What I will say with this is, if you're creating things like this in Canva, what you will find is the images and things that you use in there, the patterns and stuff, there is an oversaturation of people using Canva with the designs already available because everyone's doing it. So if you are going to create a coloring book, try and outsource it, find other websites to generate them, or look on free stock websites, find different stuff to put on there. Because if you're using Canva, you will find, and this is a mistake many people use, they'll just create the stuff so easy and just whack it into a book, but it's same generic thing that everyone else has done. It doesn't stand out. So if you're going to do this, try and stand out as much as possible. So we're near to the end. So to succeed when it comes to this, what I will say is, number 1, research your niche. This will help you massively. And it'll be great when you start promoting yourself, because you can just be like, I've done a collection of 5 books, all focused on this topic. And, people start reading the first one, they'll go into the next and the next and the next. And it will help with competition as well, because Amazon has a lot of people on there that do this already, and you want to stand out from that crowd. 2, start simple with low content or a puzzle book just to learn the process. It can be really fiddly uploading, but the great thing when you upload any book is you get to preview it, and Amazon will tell you, oh, this is out of the bleed line, or there's an error or something. It will talk you through how to do it and how to fix it. It can be a fiddly, and it can, getting the sizes right and stuff can be a bit annoying, but it'll be absolutely fine once you do your first one. You know what to do for the second and third one. But yeah, I definitely recommend starting low content. However, do jump in if you've got something like how-to guides and that is all you want to create. Jump into how-to guides. Honestly, jump in. It's a great market to get into. But you'll find like the first one is a little bit tricky setting it up and figuring it all out. But honestly, it's very straightforward once you do it one time. Number 3, people skip on this one in particular. The cover needs to be eye-catching. You can't just whack like a normal, simple background with some text on it. It will not do. You need something that people go, ooh, what's that? And people judge a book by its cover. And it's very, very true. And it also needs to reflect what the book is about as well. So if it is a puzzle book, then you're going to do a theme of puzzles, aren't you? Just to get, people can automatically look at the cover and go, yeah, that's what that's about. Because that's really important. People kind of skimp on that. If you're not sure about the covers, go onto Fiverr, go onto Upwork, go onto other sites and ask somebody to create one for you. You may pay a little bit for the covers, but the great thing is if you get a great relationship with someone on Fiverr who creates your first cover, you can go back to them and go, well, you created this, can you create a second one, similar style? And it makes your life a little bit easier and you don't need to fret so much. Number 4, publish multiple titles. The more books you have, the more opportunities out there. Don't think for a second you could just publish one and walk away and be like, that's going to make me money. It's not the case. The more books out there, the more traction, the more people get to know you, and the more likely you'll get sales. Most people try and aim to do maybe one a month or one a week. It's entirely up to you. But have something, like a planner, and plan out how many you want to do and stick to it. Think about it. If you spend a year basically doing one a month, that's 12 books. It's 12 opportunities that people come across one of them in that, the millions that are probably on there. And, people start to find it eventually, the more you put out there. And especially if they're interested in one, if they click on one of them and they go, that's not for me, they might look at the rest of your collection and go, actually, this one is for me. Do you know what I mean? So having multiple books is really, really important. I'm in the process of doing my 3rd one, just because I want to get into that flow of actually having multiple books on there. But once you get into the rhythm of creating 1 or 2, you'll get used to creating them, the formats and everything like that. It'll be quicker to upload. It's just a case of putting the content together. So I really hope this gave you loads of ideas on where to start, what to do, and I highly recommend starting with the low cost, low content kind of books. But there are so many opportunities, so many different things that you can create and upload. Honestly, it's amazing. So start simple, focus on your niche, publish consistently, because it really, really matters. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. So subscribe to my channel today. I have so many other videos. I'm going to talk more about this topic in depth, about uploading and how to do other things and what's successful. So much content going to be uploaded in the next coming months. So subscribe today.